spiritualist, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading will be all about your strengths, and there are 4 piles to choose from. This is going to be pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email will be in the description box, and go ahead and skip to your choice. If you chose pile 1, welcome to your reading. So your first card is Dream Sweet, Sleep Deep. And let's pick more cards so we can get more insight into what your biggest strengths are. What are pile 1's greatest strengths? With the first card being Dream Sweet, Sleep Deep, I feel like you have an appreciation for rest, and you know when to rest, and you value rest. You're not one of those people that works yourself to death without refueling or giving yourself time to recharge. You're actually able to let yourself sleep and rest when you need to, and you have a good intuition and awareness of when you need to take a break. Let's see what other cards come out for pile 1's greatest strengths. King of Wands reverse, 5 of Cups reverse, 9 of Pentacles reverse, and 8 of Cups. Another one of your greatest strengths is your ability to mourn and then move on to something better. So like your relationships in the past that have left you hurt or heartbroken, you're able to give yourself time to mourn and reflect on what went wrong, and then you're able to walk away and move on to something greater. And that's something that takes a lot of strength to do, and it's something that a lot of us struggle with. So the fact that you're able to grieve and then walk away from something, even when it's someone that you really loved or cared about, you know when it's time to walk away, and you have the strength to walk away in those situations. So let's see what else comes out for pile 1. What are pile 1's greatest strengths? You got Seeker. So you're very curious and adventurous. You got the Artist. You got the Detective, and you got Goddess. Okay. So I'm just gonna take them one by one. So with Seeker, you are always, like I said before, like you kind of see how it's like a similar image to the 8 of Cups. Like you're always on to something better. You're very curious about what the world has to offer you, and you have the courage to seek out better circumstances for yourself. You have the courage to move on. You have the courage to travel. You have the courage to try new things. And that is one of your greatest strengths. You're also very detail oriented. You notice things that other people don't notice. You're really good at paying attention to details. Your intuition is super sharp, and you're picking up on a lot of things, and people don't even realize that you pick up on. And you're also creatively gifted, so you have some type of creative talent. You're a very multi-layered person, and it's like when people think they know you, there's actually a lot more for them to uncover. You're not someone that can be easily known. It takes people years to like fully get to know you because you have so many layers. And you also got Goddess. With Goddess, I'm getting, you know how to use your charms to your advantage. You know how to present yourself in an appealing way. And you know that there is power in femininity and the way that you present yourself. And you're able to bring a lot of abundance into your life by leaning into your feminine charm. You make your environment more comfortable for people to be around. You're really great at making spaces more comfortable. You make spaces feel more warm. And you're just able to present yourself in a way that is really appealing. So these are some of your greatest strengths, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you're interested in personal reading, then you can email me and let me know. See you in the next video. If you chose pile 2, welcome to your reading. So your first card is Abundance. That's a really good first card to get. Let me pull some more cards so I can get a better picture of what your greatest strengths are. What are pile 2's greatest strengths? So the first strengths with the Abundance card is you have the ability to create wealth for yourself. You have the ability to make money for yourself, a lot of money for yourself, and have a lot of career success. But it's not just money, it's just your ability to generate whatever your needs are at that time. So you have a great ability to make sure your needs are met, whatever those needs are. But definitely you have the ability to generate wealth for yourself and financial success. So for tarot, you got the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. So yeah, again, definitely you are a very financially prosperous person, and that's one of your greatest strengths. And if you aren't right now, then you will be in the near future, in the next few years. That's something that is going to come together strong for you. I also see that you're able to handle conflict really well. You are able to recover from fights and conflicts and arguments well. You're able to be the bigger person in fights and conflicts and arguments. You have the ability to walk away, and you don't necessarily, you're able to let people feel like they won in situations. You don't necessarily feel like you always have to have the last word, or even when you do, you're able to use your strength of patience and giving people grace, and that allows you to make a bad situation better because of the way that you respond to the conflict. Even in situations where other people wouldn't be able to see a way out, in other situations where people would have given up or would have said, oh, I don't have any options on like how I can find my way out of this situation, you're able to find your way out of situations. Like with this Abundance card, abundance is one of your greatest strengths, but it's not necessarily easy for you to create abundance. It's just that you're good at it. And when other people might have given up or said, oh, there's no way I can do this because my circumstances are too bad, so there's just no way out, you are able to find your way out, and you're able to see opportunities that other people are not able to see, and then you are able to capitalize on those opportunities. So now I'm going to pull from the archetype deck to get more insight into what your strengths are. What are pile 2's greatest strengths? You got Child Divine, Child Magical, Rebel, and mediator. So you got 2 child cards, which means one of your greatest strengths is your connection to your inner child. For child divine, it says innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. And child magical says seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Yeah, exactly. Like your mentality is what allows you to create abundance, and your ability to see possibilities where other people don't see possibilities is what has allowed you to create abundance for yourself, or it will allow you to. Keep your connection alive with your inner child and a sense of like lightness and purity, because that is one of your greatest strengths in the world. It creates a sense of lightness around you and a sense of purity. That is one of your greatest strengths, and I think that it's really attractive to other people. And sometimes the people around you don't understand how you're able to maintain this. And, you know, even when things are not great, you're still able to maintain a sense of like childlike wonder that a lot of adults especially have not been able to maintain. So it kind of creates some curiosity from other people on how you're able to do this. The fact that you're able to enjoy playing still, the fact that you enjoy hobbies and you enjoy life outside of what's typically seen as acceptable for adult behavior. And you also got the Rebel card, which says challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So one of your greatest strengths is that you have a unique perspective on life, and you're not afraid to express your unique opinions. You're not afraid to go against the grain of society and what groups of people tell you is right, especially for you. Like when it comes to you and your life, you very much so are led by your own internal compass, and you're not as interested in listening to what other people are doing for themselves, and like you feel like you don't need other people's advice when it comes to your own life. Like your internal compass is what you value most and what you prioritize most, and that is one of your greatest strengths. Like you don't really need other people to tell you what to do with your life, and it's actually working out really well for you so far, so you should just keep doing that. And again, I don't know, there's just this sense that like people don't understand how you can be the way that you are, but they are fascinated by it. And you also got the Mediator card. Gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, and respect for both sides of an argument. Yeah, I think the fact that you are able to understand both sides of an argument, like when people are experiencing conflict, or even when you are experiencing conflict with someone else, you are able to see maybe why that person feels the way that they do. And that is what allows you to navigate conflict so well with other people. And that's what allows you to be the bigger person in a lot of situations where you will just choose to walk away, or you'll just let other people have the last word because you're kind of able to see the bigger picture. And that creates a lot of balance for you, and like a sense of open-mindedness, that you're able to take in multiple perspectives. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, pile 2. Those are some of your greatest strengths. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If If you're interested in a personal reading, my email will be in the description box, and I'll see you later. If you chose pile 3, welcome to your reading. The first card you got is Divine Guidance. With this card, I feel like one of your greatest strengths is your intuition and the psychic downloads that you receive, and your connection to just the greater universe. Like, you're always thinking about not just what's going on in your immediate day-to-day, but you're always thinking about like the underlying nature of things and kind of like the greater universe. And you receive a lot of information from your intuition and your connection to the like a higher power, or your connection to the unseen is one of your greatest strengths. And this allows you to make better decisions because your information isn't just based on what you can see in front of you, but it's also based on the information that you receive psychically. So you have a strong sense of intuition and psychic power or psychic insight. So let's use the tarot and see what else comes through for you for pile 3's greatest strengths. 6 of Swords, 6 of Cups reversed, the Hangman, and Queen of Swords reversed. So some of our greatest strengths are things that are they don't necessarily come easy to us, but they're things that we've kind of been working on throughout our life. So one of the things that you've been working on throughout your life is the need to be able to move on from past painful situations, disappointment in your past. And you're actually, one of your greatest strengths has been your ability to move on from heartbreaking situations or from grief. That's something that you've had to learn over time, and you're still working through that, but it's actually one of your greatest strengths. And you're also learning how to see old situations from a new perspective. And you changing your perspective on old situations is helping you learn to move on and helping you to master moving on and letting go and releasing. So yeah, one of your greatest strengths is your willingness to move on. Even though it's been hard for you, I can see that it's not easy for you to do that, but it is one of your greatest strengths. So let's use an archetype deck and get more messages for what are pile 3's greatest strengths. You got Slave in reverse. You got Student in reverse, and you got Miser in reverse, and you have Athlete. Okay. Just gonna go through these one by one. So with Slave, you have surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. And the shadow attribute is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own decisions. So, yeah, one of your greatest strengths is learning to balance between trusting the divine guidance that you receive from the universe, while also making sure that you are still making decisions for yourself and not completely relinquishing your authority to a higher power. So you are really good at finding the balance between receiving psychic downloads and information from the divine, but also taking that information and applying it to your life in a way where you are still in control. With Midas Miser, it says entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold, delight in sharing life's riches. So you're a very generous person. Like, whatever you do get, you are willing to share. You really believe in striking a balance between give and take. And one of your greatest strengths is your willingness to be generous, and also your understanding that the generosity that you give will find a way to come back to you. And you have confidence that your generosity comes back to you, and you are not afraid to be generous, and that's one of your greatest strengths. And you also got the athlete card. So one of your greatest strengths is just the fact that you're a really strong person. You have a really strong body and mind, and I think this is partially due to the fact that you understand that you're more than a human being. Like, you understand that you're a soul having a human experience, and you know that you're not just limited to your material body and like what you can see on the surface. You understand that you're more than that, and that allows you to be a stronger person. Also, your mastery of some of these harder situations that you've had to release in the past has made you a very strong person. And I think that translates to you having a stronger physical body too. Like, you're a person who's able to recover from a lot. Like, you're a very resilient person, physically and mentally. And the last card you got is the student card. And so yeah, another one of your greatest strengths is your love of learning and your willingness to learn new things. You don't get stuck or stagnant because you're always seeking out new information, and that helps you continue to grow as a person. And you're very curious. Like, you're very curious about the universe as a whole, not just like you don't just like to learn about like one specific subject. You like to learn about a lot of different subjects, and you like to learn about the nature of reality, and you're very open-minded to new information. So that's all I have for you, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email will be in the description box, and I'll see you in the next video. If you pick Pile 4, this is your reading. So the first card you got is Creativity. By above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. So one of your greatest strengths is your creativity, the way that you express yourself creatively. And your creativity is something, or your strength for creativity is something that positively impacts all areas of your life. But let's get more cards to see what else comes through for Pile 4's greatest strengths. What are Pile 4's greatest strengths? So you have the Empress, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords reverse, and the Four of Swords. Ooh, you have great energy, Pile 4. I feel like you have gotten to a place where you are so focused. You are taking care of you're taking amazing care of yourself. You're focused on the right things right now. Yeah, like I said, this creativity is not your strength of creativity. It's not just limited to like making art or one area. This creativity allows you to create the life. It's allowing you to create the life that you want. And you are so focused on your purpose and you know exactly what you want and you are working on it. You're actively working on it like every day, and you rest when you need to, and it is showing up in your life. Like it's being reflected back to you. This is not just one area. This is like your whole life. Your creative power is creating a beautiful life for yourself. Also just feel like you're a beautiful person and you have really great energy, and the energy that you're putting into taking care of yourself and creating this life vision for yourself is being seen and noticed by the people around you. Like, I feel like you are just like, I know exactly what I want. I'm working on what I want. I'm freeing myself from all of the baggage and all of the negative habits that I used to have. You're just freeing yourself from it. You're working really hard, but you're also balanced and you rest when you need to. Like, it's like you're half work and you're half, but you're also about rest. You work when you need to, you rest when you need to, you take incredible care of yourself, or you're like really focused on learning to take better care of yourself. And it is creating like a wonderful life for yourself. So that is really amazing. So now I'm going to use the archetype deck to see what else are pile four's greatest strengths. So you got the detective, the storyteller, the bully, and the priest. So with the detective card, you are a highly curious person. You're extremely detail oriented, and you're able to see what things will lead to. Like, you're able to make accurate predictions of where the direction things are going based on the details that you can see right now. And I feel like you pick up a lot of information about people, and sometimes it makes people feel uncomfortable because you're able to like see through people's masks. And so sometimes people feel like a little bit invaded by that. It's just something I picked up. But still, your power of discernment and your ability to see and notice details is one of your greatest strengths. So you also got the bully card, and it says highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think the fact that you're able to like really see people's under layers sometimes is like intimidating to people or like off-putting, but this is still one of your greatest strengths because this helps you figure out like which people are for you, which people are safe for you to be around, which people are healthy for you to be around, and which people you should just stay away from. Yeah, so that you can enforce like proper boundaries. Like, see in the picture how he's kind of like blowing. It's like you blow people away. You blow the people away who like should not be around you. And then you also got the priest card, which says facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So maybe you receive downloads like through your dreams, or you receive messages from the divine through your dreams, or like during meditation. Yeah, like, because this Four of Swords represents like rest and sleep. So like you receive a lot of information and downloads through your dreams that comes from the divine. And that is one of your greatest strengths. So I don't know if you keep a dream journal, but if you don't, then you might want to start, because you receive a lot of important information and messages through your dreams. That is one of your greatest strengths. And lastly, you got storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. And the shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. My camera cut off for a second, but what I was saying was, when you get information that you feel like would help other people, you don't hoard it, but you share it with other people who you feel like would benefit from it. So that is what I have for you, pile 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you're interested in personal reading, my email will be in the description box, and I'll see you in the next video.